This is the Global Podcast Network, where executives and professionals connect, share, and inspire. Stay tuned for the conversations that drive success.
Welcome back to the show. We are so excited to be here, rejuvenating hope with Pulsors, as you say, right, Eric? We're here joined again by our good friend, and he's helping so many. This is Eric Sénéchal joining us. He's a certified Pulsor practitioner, and the company is Rejuvenate Hope with Pulsors. So thank you again for being here today. How are you?
I'm doing great. How about you?
I'm doing fantastic. Excited. Memorial Day weekend's here. We have a little bit of, a little bit of some time off, I feel like. And I think that's a good thing. And for those that may not know anything about you yet, tell us a quick overview. And then we're going to start by talking with Ultima Pulsors, correct?
Yes, that's right. So just a quick recap for what the pulsars are. It's a different technique that not a lot of people know about, but we use the pulsars to help balance the energy of the people. It's made out of microcrystals, not to be confused with quartz crystals. And they're laboratory made to have specific frequency to be able to work with different part of the body, to be able to help people emotionally, mentally, physically, and even spiritually.
Beautiful. Thank you so much. And where are you based out of?
I'm located in Moncton, New Brunswick, in Canada, but I do have customers literally all over the world because I do a lot of long distance pulsar session to help people all around. So yeah,
Perfect. Thank you so much. All right. So let's talk a little bit. This is our third podcast.
correct.
Can't believe it. Oh my goodness. And you were saying, after the first two, obviously you introduced us to this work and really how it supports us all mentally, emotionally, spiritually, and our
Mhm.
health. You explained a little bit to us what level one pulsars are. Could you now explain a little bit about level two, what the benefits are?
Yes, of course. So with the level two pulsars, when we're going to start with this, it's going to be a little bit technical, but we're going to have some very good stories through it. So bear with me with this. So the first one I'm going to start with is, like you said, the Ultima Pulsars, and it's literally the most preferred session that people have. That's the one I had the most compliments with. People absolutely love this session. So with the Ultima Pulsars, they are self-balanced and also auto-selected pulsars, specially tuned to the brainwave frequency. So they're powerful and release negative life imprint and deep-rooted memories stored into our cellular mind. So the memories that were imprinted by the electromagnetic impulse from the brain, created by the brain, sorry, are time and time again that we had from emotional or physical events that we have gone through in the past.
Mm-hmm.
So those imprint help in our subconscious
Okay.
influence our actions, our thoughts, and our attitude also. So the Ultima Pulsar help by addressing the constant movement and distortion of the mind, gently slowing down the brainwave activity to bring the deep calm and clarity.
Oh,
So there's three different type of Ultimas.
okay. Yeah, let's
So
break
the
those down.
first, so the first one is the Ultima Theta, and I'm sure some people have heard that word theta before. It's a brainwave frequency, and that one is slowing down the brain activity from alpha down to theta, resonating between 3 to 7 hertz, and it's great for calming the mental chatter mental chatter and helping you reconnect with the inner stillness. The second one is the Ultima Delta, another word probably a lot of people have heard before.
Mm.
This one supports the emotional level, resonating from 1 to 3 hertz, and it's incredibly effective for emotional release and finding balance, especially during time of stress or emotional overwhelming. And
Got
the
it.
third one is the Ultima Thunderbolts, and that one targets the physical level. It helps to regulate the nervous system using full spectrum of frequency.
Yep.
You can think of it as a jumper cable for your nerves. So it gives a burst of energy that helps your neurotransmitters work better, clear your oxidation debris, and support the detoxification from the free radicals in your body. And it's also strengthen up the auric field around your nerve system. So
Wow.
when I explain that one for customers, I know it's a little bit technical with that one, but that's how I usually express it so they can have a clear mind of how this works. So we work in, if you take like a person normal in the morning, when you get up, you go with your day. As you become more physically active, your physical energy, which vibrate faster than your emotional energy, starts bleeding out into your emotions. This speeds up your emotional vibration, which creates stress level. As the day continues, your emotional energy bleeds into your mental field, speeding up your thoughts. By bedtime, your mind races, and it's hard to slow down your mind, so your mind cannot calm down. So what I do with the Ultima Pulsars is I help to restore the balance. So I bring the theta vibration back to the mind, and then the delta back to the emotions, and the physical energy back to the physical body. So that's why people, after I do a full session with the Ultima Pulsars, they feel so much more calm. They feel like they're walking on a cloud. And it's
Ah,
yes, and that's the way it brings the vibration back where it's supposed to be, back in harmony with your, excuse me, with your body. So that's why
beautiful.
people love that specific session so much.
Oh my gosh. Well, you mentioned that there's multiple level two pulsars, right? So besides the Ultima series, what other types of level two pulsars exist? And could you share a little bit about their unique benefits?
Of course. So yes, there is, like you said, multiple level twos. Another one that is a favorite of mine
Mm-hmm.
personally is the galactical pulsar, which that one is a full spectrum pulsar. It's often referred as the turning point express. And that's because it draws out the mental, emotional, and physical energy out of the body, and then it comes back as a white light into your body. So it has a regenerative effect on the human body. So unlike other pulsars that
Okay.
amplifies the aura of the person, the
Okay.
galactical, they regenerate it.
Okay.
So it operates at 4 different frequencies,
Wow.
and one of them is the Mother Earth energy, which is 7.832 hertz. So which adds a grounding effect and a restored
Mm-hmm.
quality of the human body. The beauty of that one is it also protects you from electromagnetic field, EMF, and it helps to maintain your body's polarity after you have received a pulsar session, similar to the pulsar level 1 that we spoke about last session. And their field is maximum is 30 feet
Okay.
range that they have. So they're quite powerful for a small pulsar. And that's why it's one of my favorite.
Oh my goodness. And do you want to break it down a little further into, what other types, or do you want to talk about your
Yeah,
balance energy? Yeah, I didn't know where we're going next. It's
of course. So
all different frequencies and yeah.
there's another one that people absolutely love that one, and it's the infracard, also the level 2.
Okay.
And that one is tuned to the resonant frequency of the body at the cellular level. And it's particularly known for pain relief and
Okay.
releasing inflammation. That's why some people love, well, a lot of customers absolutely love that one. So the infracard vibrates between 4 to 12 hertz,
Mm-hmm.
and it's a subsonic range, promoting deep relaxation and stress relief all the way down to the bones. So I remember using this one with one of my friends that had a C-section. She placed the infrared, like I
Ooh.
visit her at the hospital, so it was
Ah.
really
Uh-huh.
and I gave her the pulsar to the infrared to put where the C-section was made. So she
Mm-hmm.
placed the pulsar there, and as she put it there, she took them off. She put it back on, she put it back off. She did that 2 or 3 times.
Okay.
And I'm like, what are you doing? I'm like, every time I remove it, the
Yeah,
pain
you're
comes
like, wait a
back.
sec. Uh-huh.
The pain come back every time I take it off. I'm like, yeah, exactly. Stop playing with it. Leave it there. Let it work.
Mm-hmm.
So that's one of the beautiful side of those infracard to help her to for the body to be able to heal itself and release that pain that she was having after that C-section.
Oh my goodness. Wow. That's amazing. I didn't even think about that. I was very lucky not to have one, but a lot of my friends did, and they talk about it's like the worst pain in life. And
Yeah,
the healing, if you can help the healing a little quicker, why not?
yeah, exactly, right.
Wow. All right. Also awesome. So again, we're here talking with our friend from Rejuvenate Hope with Pulsars, and excited this is our third time we get to be together today, Eric, and talking about all the different types of pulsars and more level two pulsars and how he's really balancing energy. And what do you mean? Yeah, when we're clearing out chakras and stuff, we're going to get into that too, and some other
Yes,
reasons why people are using these pulsars, right?
yeah, exactly. So yeah, in part it does work with the chakras, but it balance some energy is about more than just the chakras. The
Okay.
chakras are the seven main energy points, which a lot of people already
Okay.
know. But the body actually contains many more energy center and system. So beyond the chakra, we also have energy
Ah,
vortex throughout the body,
okay.
each with its own direction of flow. Some are positive and some are negative flow. And from men to women, it's not necessarily the same thing. So their energy vortex is different from one to the other.
Hmm.
So, for an example, take someone with a heart condition. The energy vortex around the heart chakra, we'll use that one as an example because a lot of people know that one, might be spinning in the wrong direction. If that vortex is in the wrong speed, I mean too slow or too fast, or worse, reverse polarity, it is interference with the body's ability to initiate its natural healing process. By restoring the proper polarity and speed, we help the body regain its self-healing capacity. So I often explain this to customers like this. If someone is driving too slow on one lane road, it's hold up the traffic behind them, right? Everyone gets impatient and entire flow is disturbed, just like how energy blockage in one organ can affect the rest of the body. Now, if someone is driving too fast, it's equally dangerous. It can stress out other drivers or even cause an accident.
Yeah.
And if someone is driving on the wrong side of the road, that's a recipe for serious and fatal crash. The
Wow.
same thing happens in your energy system. So if one's energy vortex, we can use a chakra again to keep it simple, start moving too slow, too quickly, or worse, and spin in the wrong direction, it can
Hmm.
affect the entire energy flow of the body. This leads to stress, dysfunctional, and nearby organs
Wow.
to that area. So this is one of the key issue with EMF, which we spoke about in the last podcast, right? The electromagnetic
Yes.
field. EMF can interfere with the speed of your polarity and your vortex energy, so leading to a physical, emotional, or mental imbalance that brings health problems to other people. But thankfully, we have the pulsar to be able to correct and repair damage that is done by EMF to the human body to restore back to natural.
Beautiful. Love hearing that. Thank you so much. And also for today, did you want to talk a little more about, I guess, EMF or the spiritual side of Pulsar sessions? Where did you want to dive into?
Yes, so we'll go with the spiritual side because I got to keep my promise from the last podcast, right?
Good, good, good. Gotcha.
And I know a lot of people love that part. So yeah, I did mention that there was a spiritual side to this. So first, I want to clarify for all your listeners that I am not a medium. I want to clarify that right there.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
What happened during a session, especially during a spiritual session, isn't something I control. It's more
Mm-hmm.
about guidance, and it's only happening if the client is ready for it, both energetically and spiritually. So I also don't speak about religion during my sessions. What I share comes from a higher vibration. We can call it God, the universe, your higher self, angel, whatever feels right for that person. At the end, it's all energy, and we just associate a name to that energy, right?
Okay.
So now, during a session, whether in person or at a long distance, the client usually has multiple pulsar places on them. They raise their vibration or their energy field and help it more flow freely. I also place several pulsar on myself to protect my energy from the
Mm-hmm.
blockage from the client. And I also to protect myself from the customer, as I said, and I don't want to attract any of their problems or health problem to myself too, right? So that's going to protect me for that. On top of it, also putting pulses on me also bring my personal energy vibration higher also.
Sure does.
Mhm. So from a spiritual perspective, if you think of different level of energy, you might say the highest would be God, and then there would be down to the
Mm-hmm.
archangels, and then lower frequency would be the angels, a little bit lower spiritual guide, and then guardian angel, if we want to put a different vibration level for those. So when our energy rises, we are closer to their realms.
Mm-hmm.
It has become easier for the messages and the connection to come through with us. So that's what happened during one of the pulse session
Oh, wow.
with the spiritual side. But again, I don't control when it happens. So
Mm-hmm.
sometimes clients are ask question, hoping for a spiritual message and
Yeah.
nothing comes. That's usually because client isn't ready because receiving that answer would interfere with their soul path or their blueprint. But
Mm.
the client is ready, the message flows effortlessly, and they're always exactly what the person needs to hear. Sometimes I don't even understand what the message means because the, I don't know what's going. I don't know what it is. Not for me, right? But
Yeah.
the client makes perfect sense to them. The message can come from a guardian angel, spirit guide, or even some loved one that has passed and went on the other side. When that happened, it always a powerful experience. Personally, it's one of my favorite part of the Pulsar session. We'll go deeper into that in the next podcast with some of those stories.
Beautiful. Well, what is naturally balanced state? Could you tell us what that is specifically? And then, what does that feel like? And what kinds of things can people notice or maybe experience once they're in this balanced state?
That's right. Yes. So after a Pulsar session, most people experience reduced stress, better sleep, lower pain level. Their body also naturally begins to repair itself, like I said before. If
Hmm.
someone who enjoyed meditation, you will absolutely love the Pulsar sessions. I have many clients and even myself go through a deep spiritual and transformation moment during a session. One of my clients, for example, decided to meditate while receiving this Pulsar session. When the session ended, she shared with me that she felt like her soul had floated into a peaceful place beyond the room where we were in. She described her body being surrounded by warm, white light and felt deep sense of peace. She told me she saw an angel working on her energetically. She could feel the love and what they were doing, removing the old wounds, healing trauma, and rearranging her life blueprint. She said it felt like they were chiseling away the infection area and then filling in the area with intense heat and love. This event happened after receiving multiple sessions. Her body, spiritly were ready and transformed during that session.
Oh my gosh.
A
Oh,
few days after that session, she went to a medical to the hospital for medical test. The doctor were confused. Her condition were expected to worsen, but instead, she was showing signs of improvement. Her treatment were even postponed because of the unexpected healing progress. Another client who was otherwise healthy but felt like blocking her life. She has been struggling to reach personal goals. She said doors just close on her all the time, no matter how hard she tries. 2 days after the Pulsar session, she didn't even have to push anymore. People suddenly reached out to her, offer exactly what she was working on towards. It was as it was if as a veil has removed from in front of her and placed stuff everything start to fall into place right in front of her.
mm-hmm.
This is what a natural balanced state can look like. When your energy field shifts, your mental state becomes clearer and your environment responds to that. You begin to feel aligned, physically, emotionally, and spiritually aligned. And that's when the real magic starts to happen.
Hmm. Well, let's talk about that. Wow, that's amazing. Now, is there any specific health conditions that you've been able to help people with by using pulsars?
Yes, I've worked with many different customers since 2008, obviously quite a few. I always say Pulsar don't treat or cure anything medically. What they do is to help to bring the body and mind back into a more natural state of balance energetically. A lot of people come to me to feel because they're feeling stress, anxiety, mentally foggy, or just out of alignment. And after a session, many of them say they're feeling lighter, clearer, more grounded. Some even say it's the first deep sleep they have in a long time.
Wow.
I use different energy protocol depending on the person's need. For
Okay.
example, I have the law of four vests that is a secret geometry pattern that creates what I call a healing vortex of energy. It helps to focus and intensify the energy at one strategic spot on the body. Another one is the Star of David, another secret geometry protocol. It's more on the emotional support. helping to release build-up stress or regulate the emotion highs and lows as we all do have to life.
Mm-hmm.
There even one often to help clear mental fatigue, like when people are overwhelmed or the brain fog. These techniques don't fix anything, but they give the body the right environment to shift, to restore itself, and to move forward. And of course, also we have people that are perfectly healthy, but just want to go deeper in the spiritual side or raise their own intuition. Also are really about aligning the energy so that everything else physically, emotionally, spiritually can come back into flow.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Wow. And let's continue, if you don't mind. Maybe there's something else that you wanted to add to this that you think our listeners and viewers should know before we kind of wrap this up.
Sure. So before we do wrap it up, as you said, I loved your viewers to know that the coming next podcast that we're going to be having, I will be jumping into the level 3 pulsars and the spiritual impact that it has on people. So we'll go even deeper with some even better stories that you'll see. Also, if somebody would be interested on purchasing any pulsars, I want them to let them know that if they go on YouTube, they can actually just write down my business name, Rejuvenate Hope with Pulsors.
Yeah.
And in each description box, I have a 5% coupon if they're interested in purchasing some, so they can save a little bit of money there, and with the website where they can actually purchase them. Also, I want to let them know if they are interested in receiving a pulsar session with me, they can always contact me at 506-856-5861. It will be a pleasure for me to give them a pulsar session. And I hope to see everybody that is watching this for June 5th, our next podcast. We're going to have it 1:30 Atlantic time. It's going to be a fantastic podcast we're going to have.
Yay, perfect. Thank you so much. All right. Well, pleasure having you here as always, and great getting to talk to you more, and looking forward to the next time we connect. Thanks again.
Yes, thank you so much, Jill. Have a great day.
You too. And to all of our listeners, please stay tuned. More of the show's coming up right after the break. Please don't go anywhere.
This is the Global Podcast Network, where executives and professionals connect, share, and inspire. Stay tuned for the conversations that drive success.